Use hands and feet on either side of the spider wall to traverse from behind the start line to ring the bell at the end before dismounting to finish the obstacle. The kids division will have a body prop where they'll have to traverse along a balance beam with feet up on the opposite side of the wall until they get past the red line. Slide along the ring to either reach or lâcher to the trapeze bar. Complete a lâcher to the second trapeze bar. For kids, there will be a third trapeze bar. And from the last trapeze bar, hit the bell before dismounting onto the mat or on the ground safely. Use the rope to get to the first ring and then swing out to the second ring. Use the rings to traverse the hooks in the order demonstrated in this video. So go orange to orange, and then the second orange to the first blue, and then the first blue to the second blue, and from the second blue to the second black hook. Once one of your rings is on the second black hook, you can hit the bell to dismount onto the platform. Up next, use hands and feet as needed to traverse the balance maze in the order demonstrated in this video. Make sure you don't contact the black support structure at any point. Once you get to this beam, you're going to transfer to the roller. Again, hands are allowed but not recommended. Up next, you're going to keep walking along these beams to get to the blue box to finish the obstacle. Up next, you're going to walk over the starting platform for Captain Hook. Take a ball in each hand and hook the first ball onto one of the rings and then leave the platform before hooking the second ball onto the second carabiner here. Swing on the carabiners until there is one hook in the last carabiner before hitting the bell and dismounting. Up next, we are going to the pegboard. Using the pegs, traverse your way across the holes in as many or as few moves as needed until one peg is placed in the last hole marked by the red tape. You can then dismount safely anywhere as long as that peg is in the hole. The kids will have a shorter distance, the kids division. Up next, the hanging grips. Using at least the first and last grip without grabbing the bolts, get from the starting platform to hit the bell before dismounting to the ground. Again, you can skip in the middle if you want. It's just got to use the first and last. So get into this last chuck before hitting the bell and then dismounting. Up next, you're going to use the first ring to leave the platform before contacting the second ring. And then you're going to get to the top ring on the first side of the devil steps and then transfer across to the top ring on the second side of the devil steps. And then you must use the last ring to hit the bell before dismounting to the platform indicated by red tape to finish your run. Your time will start once you've got both hands on the rumbling dice. Move the rumbling dice with hands only as far as needed for you to reach, not lâcher, reach to the lâcher bar. So once you can reach without lâchering, complete a lâcher to the next bar, and then hit the bell before dismounting anywhere you like. Up next, use the rope to on the Flying Fox to reach the trapeze bar and complete a lâcher to the next bar before hitting the bell and dismounting safely anywhere that you choose. Up next, use the rope to reach the eyeglass and then traverse your way across the hooks using hands on the eyeglass only until you get the eyeglass on the last hook. You must complete it in the order demonstrated, so orange to orange, orange to blue, blue to blue, and then blue to black hook before hitting the bell and dismounting safely from there. Again, you can only make contact with the eyeglass. You're not allowed to grab onto the hooks to steady them, but you can use the eyeglass in the way demonstrated here to steady the hooks. So keep going until the eyeglass, one side of the eyeglass is in the last black hook here, and then climb along, ding the bell before dismounting. Up next, the balance maze. Using hands and feet as needed, traverse along the raised parts of the obstacle, avoiding the black support structures in the order demonstrated, using each of the elements shown, not skipping any elements, and then dismounting to the blue platform to finish the obstacle. After that, we are going to the sky hooks. So lâcher the rings across the sky hooks until you get on the last hook, and then ring the bell before dismounting. The first ring can come off, or you can leave it up there. It's up to you. You can make it easy to swing, but you have to get the one ring to the last hook before dinging the bell and dismounting. Up next, we're going to trampoline transfer. Jump off the trampoline and catch the tilting shelf, then swing up to the shelf grab, reach out and unhook the red ring from the shelf grab, and then swing across to the trapeze bar, swing out, and safely land on the platform that'll be marked with red tape to finish the obstacle. Up next, we are coming across to the pegboard. You must leave the platform before moving the pegs from their starting position. In as many or as few moves as needed, move the pegs along the holes as far as needed to get to the floating monkey bars, and then use the pegs on both floating monkey bars to get to the bird boxes. And then from the bird boxes, get the pegs into the last two holes marked with red tape and dismount safely anywhere after you've done that. Um, Noting that because you need to get both pegs into the last two holes marked with red tape, if you do drop a peg at any point, then you will fail the obstacle. You're not allowed to continue with a single peg. You must put a peg in each of the elements, so you cannot skip, for example, one of the bird boxes or one of the floating monkey bars. You must use all of the bird boxes and all of the monkey bars um, until you have both of the pegs in the holes marked by the red tape on the vertical pegboard. And you must get to the vertical pegboard from the last bird box, but only one of the pegs needs to be in the last bird box before you transfer to the vertical pegboard. You can use any of the holes on the vertical pegboard to transfer, but once you are there, you must get both pegs below the line of tape before dismounting to finish the obstacle. Finally, the salmon ladder. Starting on the second set of rungs, in as many or as few moves as needed, get the bar as far up as you need to hit the bell before dismounting to finish the obstacle.